for a rear foot elevated split squat, you're gonna use something to put your back leg on. You wanna make sure it's not too high. A lot of people will do that and they will lose the position, or they won't be able to go down very far because the back leg is too high. You wanna put it so that your ankle is right kind of on the crease so that you can pivot over it rather than too low and your shin blocks it, or too high on your shin and it's getting blocked. You wanna be able to go deep. The other thing to keep in mind is to start, we want our hips to be square. So I don't want you rotated here. I'd actually even prefer to rotate your pelvis slightly towards the front leg rather than even just straight. Because as we come down, you're gonna think about rotating towards that leg just a little so that we can avoid a lot of collapsing of the knee that's uncontrolled, and there you have it. The other thing to keep in mind is our ribcage and pelvis connection. As we start here, we want our ribcage and pelvis to be stacked. So that's gonna look like leaning forward and stacking them here. You're gonna feel a little pull here. If you do, it just means your quads are a little bit tight. It's not a problem. You just wanna pay attention to it. And it may be something you need to address if these are something you struggle with in general. From there, you're gonna pull yourself down as deep as you can. On the way up, we wanna avoid lifting with our spines and flaring our rib cage. Instead, I would like you to think about pressing like a leg press the earth away from you and keeping your tailbone tucked down just a little bit so we don't lose our rib cage and pelvis position, so that we can get the most out of the exercise and really feel it working that front leg as we go through it. So from here, you're gonna push up, we're avoiding lifting, and you're gonna finish. We do not need to finish with this leg moving at all. You're just going to let it stay bent and the front leg does most of the work. We're at about 80% of our weight on the front leg, about 20% on the back leg. We just really wanna make sure we're not twisting and rotating as we're doing this all over the place. If you are falling, we want to get our balance first, so slow the movement down. Find your foot, root it on the ground, spread your toes, and grip the ground with them, because a strong foot control will help you avoid all of the balance issues we typically have. Last but not least, if you struggle with two weights, you can always use one weight instead and perform them like so. Similar type of stimulus to the muscle, just a slightly different option for holding the dumbbells.